My name is Christina Beck and I am your faculty member for COMS 4800 Senior Seminar. And this particular senior seminar focuses on mediated communities. And I really enjoy this class. The previous times that I've taught this seminar, we've had just a phenomenal time, and I'm looking forward to that being the case again this term, this summer session. A few of you have contacted me and said, "Oh, I'm a little nervous about taking this class online." Actually, this class is the perfect class to take online because that's exactly what it's about. It's about mediated communities and about how we form our communities increasingly through various mediated forms such as Facebook, email, Twitter, YouTube, websites, etc. And the list keeps growing with that. And this term, we're going to be looking at how we form those communities and how we participate in them and what the implications of those choices are for us as members of those communities and also as individuals. Well, the purpose of this particular video is to introduce you to the class. So it's, yes, syllabus day. So I'm going to be talking to you a little bit about the logistics of the class. Everything is online. So we are going to be communicating virtually throughout the term. The best way to get a hold of me is through email, beck@ohio.edu. Simply send me an email and I will get back to you within 24 hours. Over the weekend, you might not get as prompt of a turnaround. I have 4 kids and they are very, very busy, so you might not hear from me right away. If you send me something at midnight on Friday night, I may well not get back to that before Monday at morning, but I will get back to it as promptly as possible. Throughout the week though, if you don't hear from me within 24 hours, send me a follow-up email, because our email system is good, but it is not beyond the stretch of imagination for one of our emails coming from Ohio to actually end up in my junk mailbox. So please, and I'll try to remember to check that as well. But if you don't hear back from me, please follow up. I'm on social networking. We have a family blog. If you're interested, I can tell you more about that. You also can find me on Facebook. Feel free to friend me on Facebook, but remember, if you do that, I will also see your statuses, and you have to weigh the pros and cons of that. So anyway, but all of my settings are wide open, so if you're interested in learning more about my family or seeing pictures or whatever, feel free to find me on Facebook. All of the readings for the class are available online. All of the journal articles are available through the OU library. All of the other readings that are excerpts from books are available on Blackboard. Please do not look on the Blackboard site and expect to find any of the journal articles. Those are exclusively found through the OU library, and they're very easy to find. Just go to the OU library and type in the name of the journal and then go to the issue, and you should be in grand shape. All of them are there. If you're struggling, please contact an OU librarian. All of the other readings will be available through Blackboard. You don't need to buy a book for this class, which is a value added. However, you might need to buy a resource. From time to time, you may be asked to view a movie or view an episode of something, and that might require you to buy that through Netflix or Amazon.com. So we've got a few cases of that where if you don't own something, you might have to pay a rental fee for that, but that's a pretty nominal fee. I've tried to keep those to a minimum. For the most part, we go through YouTube. But as I said, this class is about mediated communities and about how we handle our lives in this increasingly technologically driven world. I encourage you to go through the syllabus. I'm not going to read it to you word for word because I believe that you can do that on your own. But let me just highlight a couple of really important things. The very first thing is that I want you to have fun with the class. I want you to really enjoy exploring how this occurs. I want you to enjoy the material. I want you to enjoy interacting with your peers. Second thing, please read all emails from me. My emails to you are your lifelines. I will remind you of deadlines. I will tell you about grades. I will every Monday send you an email telling you what's going to be happening with that unit and reminding you about things. If you don't read emails from me, you're going to be lost in the class. They are critical. And so if you don't have your email set up such that all Ohio University emails are automatically forwarded if you use a Gmail or something, you must do so. Notably, this course is a capstone on your learning at Ohio University and the School of Communication Studies, and I have very high expectations. I have high expectations for participation, for writing, for analysis, for synthesis, and for the final product. And it's really critical that you understand that even though this is an online class, I have those high expectations, and to earn an A, you will need to do A work. However, I believe that the journey should be a very pleasant one, and hopefully you embrace that as well. All right, couple things I need to tell you about. One is that we have an assignment that's going to be coming up in the first couple of weeks, that we'll be doing the first couple of weeks, that requires some planning. Notably, even though this is a class about mediated communities, actually because this is a class about mediated communities, I want you to think about the role of media in your lives. So one of the very first assignments you're going to be doing is actually a day without media. 24 hours where you're not allowed to have any media. No TV, no film, no radio, no CDs, no computer, no Facebook, no phone. My daughter is videotaping right now and she just gasped. No phone, no technology, no media. It's very important that you do this because I think that you really will realize how much we have come to depend on the media. And it's a very enlightening exercise. Now, you have choices to how to make this as painless as possible. I urge you to plan ahead right now, thinking about a day when you can go to Stroud's, or when you will be on the road, or when you will really, or maybe when you're going to be working a 12-hour day, so you wouldn't have access to media. And so it's really important that you plan ahead. But you must do this assignment. And the assignment is actually due. I'm going to flip here and look. The assignment is going to be due by no later than May 24th. So that means you need to finish it up by May 23rd. So anyway, that was going to require some planning ahead. Each week you will have readings to do. For this first week you have readings to do, and I've also asked you to watch an episode of the Andy Griffith Show. You will have 2 discussion board posts that are due this week. All discussion board posts throughout the entire term are due by midnight on Friday. The deadline is always the same. You always have something due by Friday at midnight throughout the entire term. For this first week, you have 2 discussion board posts. One of them is just an introduction of yourself to your peers. The second one, and how you participate in mediated communities. And the second one is an analysis of the Andy Griffith Show. The descriptions for all of these assignments are right on the syllabus. If you follow the syllabus, kind of like a cook follows a recipe, you should be in grand shape for the class. You will be fine. If you have any questions about anything, all you need to do is email me and ask those questions. But making sure that you do so that you have advanced planning. For example, if an assignment is due, as they all are, by midnight on Friday night, if you email me at 10:30 on Friday night before the assignment is due, I might have gone to bed early. It doesn't happen a lot, but it might happen. And if I can't get back to you, your assignment will be graded as it is, or as you have not turned it in, by Friday at midnight. So it's very important that you ask your questions in advance if you have any questions about any of the assignments, or if you're having any trouble finding any of the readings, which you shouldn't have because they're going to either be on Blackboard or through the OU library. All right, well that's a little introduction to the class. I will have a couple more of these video introductions to units available on the Blackboard and throughout the rest of our term. Further, every Monday I will post and send an email to you with a description about what's going to be happening for that particular week. But I'm excited. I look forward to this journey with you. And if you have any questions, just please email me. I'm only an email away, given that we are, for this class, going to be participating as a mediated community. Welcome aboard.